There's a lot of lore in patch 8.2. Most of it is quite immediate, but Blizzard have updated a certain plot thread, one that over a year ago we pointed out would be massive for the future of the lore.
Okay, and this came out in April. Holy shit, this is like months ago.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Warcraft video. Yeah, we're really in for it, and I mean, like it or not, your Warcraft character canonically has seriously messed up time and time again. I mean, the player character seems to be a bit of a bumbling fool who just keeps on helping N'Zoth, and, you know, having consequences. Now, would you like to be more intelligent than your WoW character? Well, while I've not quite finished my course on spotting eldritch schemes, today's sponsor, Skillshare, does have a new course that I'm pretty darn excited about. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 courses for only $10 a month.
I think, did I cut out last time?
That's great, but what's even better is that the first 500
here's what I wanted to say about
my
that.
link will get 2 months of it for free. And with that, I recommend checking out this course that I have been really excited about. Design Like Draplin. So Aaron Draplin is one of my favorite people over there. He's done a bunch of courses. His new Skillshare original course gives a fantastic look into how he works so fast, covering tips for before, during, and after the design process. It's been personally super useful to me. It's over 2 hours long, all broken up into super easy to digest chapters, and just look at how great the reviews for it have been as well. And that's not even covering his other amazing courses. So I'd recommend that. There's so much there. The price is super low, and what's brilliant is that you can try it all out with 2 free months with my code. So a massive thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring the channel, and let's get into the video. Start off in Warlords of Draenor. I know, right? A bit weird. This is where it kicks off, and it really is quite wacky. So we defeated Archimonde, and we found that on his person, there was a remnant of chaos. I mean, yeah, sure, he's a pretty chaotic guy, right? Yeah. That makes sense. Well, no, because we take that remnant of chaos to Malfurion, and he tells us that he's only encountered something like it once before in the Emerald Dream near the Rift of Allen, which is a place that he said radiated an ancient evil that came from the sea. He was shocked that the Legion would have had such a thing, so he quickly leaves for Val'Sharah, and of course that's where we next meet him in the Legion expansion. Archimonde had something from the Emerald Dream / Nightmare.
I didn't even realize
you might be wondering what this Rift of Allen is. Well, it's where we fight Xavius in the game. What the
fuck?
But it's actually a big problem place. We're not really sure what it is, but it's been speculated by the Druids that it's the place where the Emerald Dream formed, with the Druids also believing that it is connected to both the Twisting Nether and the Great Dark. So, I mean, basically time and space, right? So yeah, Archimonde, who visited the alternate timeline through the Twisting Nether, had an item from our Emerald Dream, a corrupted item, seemingly, through this whole time-space link through the Rift of Allen. How? Why? What's going on? Well, it's all via Xavius. Now, why would Xavius be working with the Burning Legion? Well, he wasn't.
He's stupid.
Malfurion says this. No doubt Xavius and his ancient master delight that so much of our attention goes to fighting the Legion. So it was kind of a big distraction. Now, Xavius in the Stormrage novel was kind of killed-ish and then banished to the Rift of Allen.
Was that the meta? Was that like the meta plan that the old gods had, was to summon the Legion into Azeroth and distract the players while the old gods started corrupting the Titan and Azeroth itself? Holy shit, man. What the fuck?
That's deep.
You know, the place that links time and space. Well, through this, he was clearly able to influence Archimonde, who, of course, had Gul'dan instigate the Legion expansion. And this was all done through N'Zoth's control of the Rift of Allen. This is, you know, something that I think gets more worrying when you realize what the Emerald Dream actually is. Why? Well, the Emerald Dream basically is Azeroth, or as an aspect of her. Here's what Chronicle has to say about it. Some believe Freya wove the Emerald Dream into being from nothing. Others claim that this strange place had always existed in some form, a dream born from Azeroth's slumbering world soul. It is said that Freya tapped into this realm and molded what would become known as the Emerald Dream as a way to commune with the nascent Titan. Yeah, I think it's pretty darn clear that the Emerald Dream is a part of Azeroth. After all, Magni even talks about the way that he communicates with Azeroth and how it's all, you know, natural things like the feeling of a sunrise. Quite simply, it all lines up. The Emerald Dream is an aspect of the World Soul.
Okay.
And this means that even before Legion, N'Zoth had quite a lot of control over one of clearly the most important parts of the dream, the Rift of Eln. Now, indeed, we know that he had influence.
And then there's like the tentacles in the Rift too.
Events of the novel Storm Rage. Now, considering that the dream originates from Azeroth, well, yeah, that's all pretty darn worrying. It does, of course, get worse, though. The Rift is described as a dark, deep fissure within the dream, but it is not described as the core of the dream. That place is the heart of the dream, and that is the place that we visit after the Emerald Nightmare raid. And this is where the more recent events of the Legion expansion come in that you probably will have remembered.
Right.
So you're maybe thinking, why would N'Zoth have us go into the Nightmare and defeat his forces? Well, it's pretty darn clear that he had control over the Rift of Eln, but it's also super clear that he had never breached the heart of the dream. Well, the heart was breached. Players were invited in, because when we defeat Xavius, we're taken to the heart of the dream. That's what Cenarius calls it.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
So we're in the very heart of the dream, which is
itself
some...
What?
The tentacles that are in the Xavius fight are also in the Zakul fight. You think that could mean anything?
Wait, what? Let me look and see. Raids Eternal Palace. Does it show for the mobs here? Oh shit, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, you're thinking the slaps, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can show this. Should be at the beginning, right? No, you're right about that. What the fuck? Yeah, that actually is really big. What the fuck, man?
Could be something. I don't know.
But
yeah,
I just think that's
what
interesting.
We're going to get into here will blow your mind.
Sure
it's
is.
Great. Now, we seem to get to where N'Zoth's corruption could never reach. And that's just fine, because we act as the carriers of that corruption. And it's hard to know exactly how this happens, but after we defeat Xavius and get to the heart, then as many of you will remember, the flower called the Remnant of the Void was introduced to the heart. It's there, we can see it. So either the banishment of the Rift turns into that and is taken through with us, maybe the Shadow Priest unknowingly acted as the carrier, but either way, we introduce the Remnant of the Void. Now, either way, the spirit of
Shadow Priests were a mistake.
Drawn towards the Remnant of the Void, and Xal'atath says this: almost completely gone, as if it never existed, but the rift is deep and vast, and somewhere down there it stirs. Something has changed, the last prison weakens, we must prepare. Now, we know that Xal'atath is not really our friend. We know that now more than ever. So whenever she says we must prepare, she certainly does not mean to fight N'Zoth. She means to prepare for him coming. We then need to only look at the rest of Legion expansion. We clear out the Tomb of Sargeras, and we imprison Sargeras, while also locking up the Titans and Illidan. Now, given that Sargeras wanted to destroy Azeroth, and how the Titans want to destroy or imprison the Old Gods, that was clearly a victory for the Old Gods. It's clearly the one that...
So they wanted them to imprison Sargeras, because that would have imprisoned them, and the Titans were the only people that could actually oppose the Old Gods, right?
Bro, what? What a twist! The Titans are bad!
Well, they're not bad, but they got... the Old Gods' plan was to move the Titans out of the story. That's basically it. That's what I think it's going to be.
Dude, do you think we will fight?
Wait, the Titans are bad? Wait, how do you think that... Well, why are they bad? ANR is evil? What? Titans are responsible for the Old Gods. What? They spread light and thus spread void. Well, I thought the Void Lords created the Old Gods.
It's just Pyro, dude. He I mean, come on. You know him. He's come on.
Well, I'm thinking. That's what I thought. I thought the Void Lords created the Old Gods. All right, we'll get back to this.
That is referred to as the victory that went unnoticed in Ogmott's journal, and then we also thwart the whole Illidan prophecy too. We then move into BFA, And things are initially quite faction-focused, but then, of course, we see the Crucible of Storms. We see how that is essentially a test of us.
That's whenever real shit happens.
N'Zoth's work. We keep on proving ourselves to him. Well, later on in patch 8.2, we then establish the Heart Forge. Now, as a part of this quest line, the quest line to sort of power it up, Kalecgos arrives, and he tells us to head to the Emerald Dream to check up on the Green Flight. When we're there, well, we see how things have progressed. We enter the heart of the dream, and we are attacked by a Void Horror. Now, that all seems fine, but it really isn't.
It's not fine, because it's a Void Horror in the Emerald Dream.
Void's tentacle.
It's not fine.
That tentacle is blocking the cave where the remnant of the Void was planted after the Emerald Nightmare raid. In its place, you find a twisted collection of roots, and you're actually able to loot the remnant of the Void. So we kind of need to break this down, because this means a whole bunch of things. First, you actually get a remnant of the Void whenever you loot it, and second, the old one has taken root. Now, to expand on the first point, well, it's interesting that...
So somebody linked a quote, and they gave me a quote, and they said, well, basically, whenever the guy said, Il'gynoth said that we came from the same creator. No, because the old gods created the Curse of Flesh, right? Wasn't that Yogg-Saron that created the Curse of Flesh? And yeah, so the old gods, effectively, by you existing, you are, in a way, a creation of the old gods. They created themselves? Well, no. I mean, like, I don't know, like, if they created themselves or they pushed it forwards.
Whoa! Dude! Look on the screen. Look at the roots. And tell me it doesn't look like the Deep Home skybox.
It does. It fucking does.
This is big. This is so fucking big. This is insane. Insanity. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, let's. You know what? Just 1 second before we go ahead and we move forward. I just want to get this mount real quick and get this out of the way. Then we'll finish the video. Okay. Let me minimize this real quick and we'll do this. Old gods were created by the Void. Yeah, I thought old gods were created by the Void Lords. And then what was it? Did they I don't know, like spread or proliferate the Curse of Flesh, right? I mean, I don't know, but it seems like that's what kind of makes sense, right? Even Algalon predicted that, yeah, that's true. Yeah, even Algalon predicted that the world was beyond repair. That's true. What the fuck? Janus Cinematic foreshadows that whenever you first arrived at Coltiros, who created the Void Lords? And Chris Metzen. But like, I don't know, man. I've honestly, like, I've not gotten this mount so many times. I don't even expect to get it anymore. Like, this is actually depressing. Yeah, I'm not happy about this. Okay, well, we'll get to the rest of the video.
Once the Void Corruption has taken root, you're then able to loot the remnant back to you. Now, making this lootable, that's a conscious choice by Blizzard, so we can be pretty damn sure they're doing that for a reason.
Can somebody invite me to a realm with this rare up? Doug Fresh on Kel'Thuzad.
What does that actually mean? Well, you've got to remember, this is the heart of the dream. It all looks like nature. But then you notice, there's a strange, Titan-looking construction near the entrance. To me, it's pretty clear that that is some form of entrance that's blocked up. Perhaps with the runes around it meaning something. But the point is, there's something beneath the ground. There's something deeper in the heart of the dream. And, well, where do roots go? They go deeper. They penetrate down into the earth. Now, there is yet another bit of Titan information that ties into this. Mother says that she has located another Titan facility. Well, what if that is actually talking about the new Titan facility in the heart of the dream? The one from which Freya creates the dream. I mean, just look at all the tentacles that pop up out of the ground in that area and the Void Terror. How would they just appear in the heart of the dream? Clearly, it's not down to just the Void Flower existing. It's down to that thing having taken root. That's the new bit of information here. That's what Blizzard are trying to communicate. That it's taken root, and I think it has corrupted whatever is beneath the earth there.
Okay.
Now, given how the Emerald Dream is deeply connected to the World Soul, this might be one of the primary ways for N'Zoth to corrupt Azeroth. I mean, if I was being really speculative here, I'd say that this is perhaps maybe only one half of the picture. I think the Dream's equivalent and opposite seems to be the Shadowlands, and I speculate that that's tied to why the elemental force of spirit was absorbed by...
I never even thought of that. Yeah, I'd like to see them do I'd like to see them do more stuff with the Shadowlands, man. That'd be fucking awesome.
The Azeroth World Soul early on. Now, given everything else that's going on with Undeath, maybe N'Zoth plans to corrupt the Shadowlands as well. Maybe that's why he manipulated Xal'atath into Sylvanas' hands. Kind of hard to know, and a lot of this might seem a little bit crazy, but I do have something that's even more crazy. I mean, what if we opened up all sorts of time paradoxes and BS by saying that deep dark fissure in the void known as the Rift of Valen, is the void corruption, right? Now, this might be getting really time paradoxy. Remember, the Rift of Valen can connect to the Twisting Nether, which can kind of break time and space.
Shit.
What if this is the Rift being created?
Here we go.
Okay, you could totally go wild with what this would actually implicate, especially about what power Titan World Soul actually has and how that could be manipulated. But, I mean, I don't really think they're going to be doing that. Now, there is, of course, one other bit of information. Ysera is no longer present. You see, back in Legion, we saw her spirit, that it was drawn towards the Remnant of the Void. Well, now that the Remnant has taken root and has been looted by us, Ysera's gone. So what could that mean? Could the Remnant have consumed her? Is her soul now trapped in that lower void-corrupted level of the Dream's heart? Is it possible that it was destroyed or even corrupted by the void? All that we know is where she was last seen and that she's now gone. And during 8.2, during the questing, characters talk about how she isn't truly gone. Well, given what I've seen, I'd hazard to guess that that is correct, but very much not in the way that those characters would hope. And then finally, 2 bits of lore that I couldn't really fit into the main video that are kind of tangentially related. So when you use the Heartforge, there's a nature magic-like effect that kind of happens. Now, given the connection between the World Soul and the Dream and the heart, I think that's a little bit of a nod, but it could just be a spell effect that they thought
this is
use. So there's that, and I mean, this doesn't likely mean much. But
Sargeras knew, maybe
through the nightmare version of Lake Elunara. Remember that in Legion we end up on a planet called Elunaria. Pretty similar names. I wonder if that's something they're doing. And I mean, come on, the Rift's connection to space and time, I just think is an interesting coincidence that they could probably do something kind of cute with in the future. So there you go. A whole stack of new and interesting lore. Yeah, definitely seems like there's a lot more
said nothing wrong. Yeah, it's
true. And whatever that weird, mysterious new Titan complex is. I doubt it's going to be good for us, but I'm pretty sure it will lead to another expansion or a patch or something along those lines. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Please be sure to check out today's sponsor, Skillshare. They've been fantastic.
I kind of want to go over to the Emerald Nightmare, like now, and actually just go to the Emerald Dream area and see what it's like.
There ain't going to be nothing new there. What are you looking for?
Well, just to look at it, right, in first person. And
well, that's dumb.
Why? Why is that dumb?
There ain't nothing there. It's not like you're gonna, find something unique and cool and special. Yeah, it's a waste of time.
No, we literally can queue into it in LFR, and it will take 5 minutes. Like, and we can be over there. It will be that fucking fast. Let me just get back on my warrior, and I'll look at this. I mean, Azeroth's core has been polluted by Activision. One day he'll run out of clever ways to pass the Skillshare segment of the video. I guess the Void Dragon model is making more sense now. Her heart is a crater, and we feel that Blizzard's storytelling and RPG immersion is slow, bad, and disjointed. These videos didn't exist. Maybe 5% of the players would even get what's going on, what the game is about. Well, that's very true. So basically, like, here's pretty much the way that, like, I'm looking at it, right? We're going to go over to the Emerald Dream right now, and we're going to look at it ourselves, and we're going to see what the fuck is going on, okay? Why the Emerald Nightmare to find a Void King? Well, because the Emerald Nightmare takes you into the Emerald Dream. That's why. And so we'll make a quick little group for this, and we'll go there. You go there whenever you get 54 necklace. If I have time, I'll farm some islands and get up to 54.